Yeah, man, for sure. I'm definitely excited to have you on. I think you and your whole crew are dope MCs. The whole lunchroom poets, like all you. Mhm.
Appreciate that, bro. Yeah, definitely. Those guys are, you're all next caliber. I mean, every time I go there, I say this all the time, but every time I go there, I'm expected to do something new because the quality of writtens and ability is just exceptional. When you get a lot of people that are really good at specific things together,
Right.
innately have to stretch yourself and become a lot better at what you do. Plus, you have to be able to match what they can do, right? So it's amazing. Like one of the things I learned very quickly was that these guys are extremely experienced writers in terms of the speed in which they write. So I would go
Yeah.
to the lunch. We call it the lunchroom. That's kind of where it came from.
Yeah.
Is we would go there and guys like Stitch, Lotus, B1. These guys were writing on the spot in 20 minutes things that were so dense, like packed with punchlines, cadences, flows, and you're like, that's not something I was good at the time. So when I would come there, I'd always be kind of like the last guy, kind of scribbling, trying to get my stuff ready. And that's one of the things I learned. Like, hey, I got to get better at that because sometimes brevity is a good thing to have when it comes to music because you never know what opportunity is going to come across where you need to be able to do something really quickly and just put out the product, right? Because that's the thing about the lunchroom is it's like a cafeteria, right? If you think about it, we're pumping out product as quick as possible because we know that there's an ear for it, there's an audience for it, and the way that music moves nowadays is so quickly. So we just want more, we want more, we want more. So we had to adopt that mentality when we were writing, and that's the first thing I learned was like, damn, I'm not really good at that. Like I would really like have a song for a week and take the train every day and write it like kind of like an 8 Mile thing. But
Yeah.
I would be writing every day and fixing things and editing things, and there was no room for that. So it actually makes you a bit more confident in what you're doing too. Like, hey, the first thing you write is based on your gut. It's probably a pretty good thing. The rest of it, you're just kind of reiterating and trying to alter, sound better. But at the end of the day, the listener responds to emotion. So I found that to be extremely effective by going to the lunchroom for sure.
I first heard of you guys. I was I'm from Brantford, additional side of Hamilton, and
Mm.
in Hamilton, they have the High Cats.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, like them, it reminded me of that because like those guys were a bunch of local guys, all solo MCs, all doing their thing, and they got together and formed this group. I seen like all of you guys do your solo things, and I felt like it was kind of a similar kind of thing. Like those guys are dope, and you guys are dope. And I could see the competition of it, hearing it like in interviews like the Wu Tang members,
yeah, yeah.
the Wu Tang members be like, oh man, coming after Jack was like fucking insane, or
Yeah, it's very similar. And the funny thing is, I'm just gonna fix my camera issue right now. The funny thing is that it depends on what happens in the song, right? So every artist is sort of a standout in their own respective way. So
for
sometimes
sure.
I'm afraid to follow the person that I know is gonna kill that song. Sometimes it's
Yeah,
me, right? Like sometimes if we're talking
yeah,
about something, because my style is a bit more melodic, a little
yeah,
multi-syllable, I'm in my bag for that. So when I know that the beat pertains to that, I'm gonna kill it. But sometimes you get something that's really like punchline dense, and then you get a guy like KP or Stitch, and you're like, fuck, these guys bodied this shit, and it's so obvious, right? So,
yeah,
but then it's like that's the great thing about being a part of a group of 5 people is that you have to be able to adjust what you're doing to be appropriate for what's about to come.
for sure.
So it's almost like if I know that this is a fucking bar heavy beat that I need to really bar up on, and I know that a couple guys are extremely good at that, then I need to really dig deep and be able to bring that out so I can match that sound. And in that respect, it makes you sharper at everything else. I have become all the artists in the lunchroom have become exponentially better by nature of joining the lunchroom because you just have to be able to adapt to the variables that come along with making different types of songs. And you have to be good, man. You have to be good. That was the criteria for the lunchroom is like you have to be good. Like it's very obvious when you're not good and you're on a song with 4 other guys who are fucking exceptional, right? So it's a testament to being there that I'm there. Like it makes me feel like every day, A, I'm thankful. B, that I've been doing this for long enough to be able to hold my weight where I can. But second to that, that it's a privilege. It's a privilege to work with these guys, and that you have to sharpen your steel for sure all the time.